Bonjour mes chers, ou bonsoir en actualité. So I missed yesterday, which was Father's Day. I did not forget Father's Day though, which is good. So I called my dad and actually woke him up. He was sleeping because he's on the night shift right now. So then I was like, okay, happy Father's Day, love you, call me when you wake up. And so he called me back a few hours later and we got to just like chat and just kind of chill out over the phone together, which is, I mean, it's cool. And we got to talk about Game of Thrones, and we're both fans, fanatics, true fanatics of the show. And we were talking about, you know, what the season finale was going to be like, which was on Father's Day. And you know, that kind of thing. But it was really nice to just get to talk to my dad, and he's a really awesome guy. Anyone who sees me or either of my sisters, you automatically know who our dad is because whom our father is. Whom. Correct grammar, yay! You know who our father... I did it again. You know whom our father is based on how we look. Because we look exactly like him, but we also have his sense of humor. He's one of these people who can make anything funny to the point of it being a little irreverent. But it's a really great trait to have, the ability to laugh at anything and everything, and the ability to kind of just like brush yourself off, laugh at yourself, and go along your merry way. So that's one of the great many things that my dad gave me. And because he's that kind of guy, he's also a very calm, mellow, balanced guy. Like, he doesn't get upset about much. When he does get upset, it's pretty intense and pretty serious. But most of the time, he's pretty chill. So talking with him is always funny and relaxing at the same time. Doubly relaxing because, you know, laughter is a good stress relief. And you know, it was nice just getting to chat with him and catch up with him. But I wanted to do a little, like, thank you, Dad. I'm the eldest. We had no sons, so I was the one that went hunting and fishing and all that stuff. Thank you, Dad, for waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go hunting in the freezing cold. Thank you, Dad, for teaching me how to drive in your big Ford pickup truck on those hunting excursions. Thank you for dragging me out into the woods and showing me how beautiful nature truly is, and instilling in me a kind of reverence for the land and the creatures in it. Thank you for making me see sunrise and sunset as a beautiful masterpiece, that every day is once in a lifetime, and that you'll never see the same sunset or the same sunrise twice. For reminding me to take the time to stop and notice the little things around me. Not only notice them, but appreciate them. To walk respectfully upon the earth and remember that everywhere you step, you leave a footprint and you cast a shadow. So to be very conscious of how and where you step and where you cast your shadow. And all of those things can be applied to every other aspect as well, of life as well. Thank you for reminding me that laughter is the best medicine, that you should never take yourself too seriously. Thank you for making me realize that obsession is not bad, and that if you're going to do something, you might as well go big or go home. Also teaching me that duct tape fixes everything, and if it doesn't, you probably just need to weld it together. My dad's an engineer, so duct tape, WD-40, and zip ties, like, you can do everything with that. And he's just a good guy. He's really awesome. Like I said before, he drove 1,612 miles to take care of me, and that was after he helped move all of my furniture out of my house and put it in storage, while he was helping my other sister and her husband completely refurbish the house pretty much from the ground up. Like, new wiring, new plumbing, new everything. So he's kind of a super dad, and we love him because he's kind of the best. I'm really glad that out of all of the billions of people in the world that could have been my dad, that it was you, because you're the best. Don't cry. Anyway, so that was Father's Day. And then, of course, because it was a Sunday night, my best friend and I got ready to watch the Game of Thrones season finale, and we were texting back and forth, and it was not everything that I wanted. Stoneheart, Stoneheart, Stoneheart. But it was a lot of really good things, and I did like how it ended. But that just means that my expectations for season 5, Stoneheart, 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 are even higher. So, you know, so we'll see. But that was nice to kind of like, you know, spend the day pretty much being grounded in my roots and in my friendships and in the relationships that I want to cultivate and continue in my life. Then Monday, today, was my first day of work in the nanny gig.
Oh, mountain lions have been seen in this area. What? That's kind of a cool sign to have in a neighborhood. I mean, not if you actually live in the neighborhood, but you know.
It really wasn't a bad day. It probably wasn't the best day just because I'm keeping a 4-year-old boy and a 13-month-old girl. And the little girl is teething, so if you've ever been around babies, if you have children of your own, you understand that that means that even the happiest baby is going to be unhappy while teething. They get very clingy. They want to be around their mom or their dad. You know, they run a fever, their nose is runny, they're not happy. I mean, they're teething. It's just not cool. So, and she also didn't know me. So there was a little bit of an adjustment. But I thought it still went fairly well. I mean, you know, everybody survived, which I feel like is an A+ day. And, you know, I mean, we did pretty well. And so the mom was like, well, we'd like you to come back tomorrow. But she was already talking about making it a full-time, long-time gig. I mean, being a nanny really isn't hard. It's like being a mom with a little less authority and a lot less responsibility. But it still is very fun, very rewarding, and I was a little afraid that I was out of practice of like negotiating with a 4-year-old, you know what I mean, or just like making sure that I have the patience to take care of a 13-month-old who's crying and who's upset, you know, and I realized that all of that's still intact. All of my nanny skills are still there, which is good because I've taken like a 5-year hiatus from being a nanny. And then there was this really nice moment where the woman for whom I work, her assistant was there helping them unpack because they just moved to the area as well. And her assistant came in and kind of like, you know, spoke to me aside and was like, wow, she's like, they had a temporary babysitter over last week to keep the kids, and she's like, and you are so much more patient with them, and just, you know, I mean, you know, I just think you're doing a wonderful job. Just, you know, I overhear you with the kids in the next room, and she said, and I just want to say, you know, you really are built for this kind of work. Not everyone is, but you really are. So it was a nice little compliment, and it was kind of a nice little like, oh, okay, I still am doing the right thing. And I feel like I'm doing the right thing because I'm doing something that still nurtures some part of my soul. It still makes me happy, and it's something that I'm still good at. So, yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be good, and I'll see you guys later.